Lydia Ponce, Mayo, Quechua, Beach Indian. All anybody ever wants is to be remembered. My heart goes out to the moms and the aunties and the grandmas and the men in everyone's family, but the men have a different coping mechanism. And I mentioned the women because we're supposed to be made stronger to be able to birth that continued resilience in the DNA, so that way we can come together like this and remember those who have been stolen, murdered, the quiet of the night. I think often that this wind blows, this breeze off the ocean, as a gentle reminder that the ancestors, for all the people who have been murdered in the streets of Venice, unsolved, that we pray and that we ask for the justice that everyone is deserving of, that the women have to make that meal for the sustenance, for family, for community to carry forth, and to live in that prayer. And I also want to make sure that we pray for gratitude. Jacob Blake wasn't killed, but yet shot 7 times in the back. What is this with this white supremacist cowards that shoot people in the back? I think that one knows. So we go from our virtuous strength from our ancestors to asking the ancestors from the wind and the stars that we don't see at night to help guide us. Because you have questions, brother. You can unhinge people in power with a good question. And they don't know what to do with us. They don't know what to do with us. But we have to continue to come together to remember the people who have been gone, who have been taken, who have been murdered. And the solution, they say, is voting. It's voting. Well, I'm going to do it again. I'll vote again. I'll vote again. And I don't know that that's going to be part of a solution, part of a ripple to reach that truth, to reach that justice. Because I, for one, am on a campaign to nurture people, to provide some kind of sustenance, to get us through another day. And for that basic human right of water. Because we are all born, inherently born with rights to be human. And if our basic essential needs aren't being met, then how do we meet them for each other? Because it's not going to be the last time someone is murdered at the hands of this white supremacist police or vigilantes. Because we're seeing a transition, brother. We're seeing the transition right now in Portland. We're seeing the transition in Wisconsin. That the actual Black Lives Matter cry of defund the police are doing absolutely nothing. When a white supremacist can walk through with their AR-15 and take lives. And thank them for being there and give them water. So from 5 years to being shot in the back for sleeping on the sidewalk right here by a vigilante, to just this past weekend, I don't know of anybody who cannot feel for Jacob Blake's family, because the women are making the meals. The women are pulling together the prayer to keep the men strong. to receive that justice, to demand that justice, and to pray for that justice, and to continue to stay resilient. That's all I know, is how to be strong. And I'm tired. I can only imagine how a grandma or an auntie or a mom feels whose son has been slain, and daughters, by the cops. I can't give enough of myself in my day in prayer or in community work to arrive at that justice. I just hope we remember to come together when we do have justice for all the lives stolen and murdered. That we come together to rejoice and to celebrate. Because I can't live long enough to see it not. We have to see it sooner than later. And whatever we're doing, it feels like it's still not enough. So we gotta do it better. We just gotta do it better. Whatever it is in our day that we can do better for our relatives on Venice Beach and beyond, let's go with that. I'm gonna vote. I don't have a lot of confidence, but I'm gonna say this. The ancestors are always with us. Yours and mine, ours together, helping us guide, telling us what to do in our day. Because it can't be this. It can't be continued cowards shooting people in the back. It cannot be that. And I don't know how to disarm this evil. And I don't know how to disarm their power, except through prayer and a meal and tall glasses of water. So that way we can persevere, we can have the sustenance and the nurture that we need and that we are deserved and born with our inherent rights as human beings for a healthy and better life. Shakespeare, gone but not forgotten.